If you work night shift and you gain 15, 30, even 50 pounds while working a graveyard shift or some kind of rotating shift, there are 3 reasons why this happened to you. And I'm a first responder myself, so I know firsthand what working nights can do to your body. In fact, this is how working nights led to me looking like this, my face being full, fluffy, and me gaining unwanted body fat. But it wasn't until I identified the 3 things that led to it, put a system in place that allowed me to get my chiseled face back, that allowed me to shed the unwanted body fat. So if you gradually gain weight over time because of your schedule, I'm gonna help you to realize what you can do about these 3 things that led to your weight gain. Without further ado, let's get into it. The first thing that led to your gradual weight gain is you let your fatigue become a crutch. What do I mean by that? Well, we know that we don't work a normal 9 to 5. While most people are sleeping, we're up, we're working, we're surrounded by bright fluorescent lights. We're serving the community. We are the ones who keep the world running, so to speak. But you reason once you get off work, I'm tired. So let me just relax a little bit. So I know like for me, when I used to think like that, I worked a long 12, 16-hour shift, a 24-hour shift. Let me just come home and sit in my favorite spot on the couch and watch a little bit of YouTube. A few hours go by and then I'll go to sleep. Well, if I'm truly tired, instead of watching YouTube, why not go to sleep? So what really helped me, and here's an action step, here's your takeaway. This is something that you can do right now. Whatever you want more of, you must use it. So for me, if I wanted more energy, that means I must use energy. If I want more energy, go for a walk, go for a jog, go for a run. And guess what? By the end of those activities, I feel more energized. This is the principle of life. Whatever we want more of, use it. If we want to be stronger, we must use our strength. If we want bigger muscles, we must use our muscles. So whatever we want more of, use it. But a lot of times, like what I fell in the trap of, I'm like, oh, I'm just tired, I'll relax. And then by the time I finish watching YouTube, I wonder why I'm still tired. It's because I didn't do anything to increase my energy and my stamina. So fatigue becomes your crutch. But now you know that if you want more energy, you must use energy. And by not doing these things lead to a gradual process of a gradual weight gain. Now, the second thing that leads to gradual weight gain due to our crazy schedules is convenience foods becomes your default. Now, what is truly open at 3 a.m., at 5 a.m.? Really nothing, but I'll tell you, 7-Elevens are open, Quick Trips are open. Oh, and that vending machine is definitely open. We work hours that the world, they get it, but they don't get it unless they live it like we do. For example, by 6 a.m., if we're on a job or a call that required us to be up, I'm not really thinking clearly. I'm just thinking like, I've been up for a little bit. Let me get some calories in my system. That vending machine over there, I see my favorite candy, the peanut M&Ms in the yellow package, and I get 2 of them. Now that's 500 calories for both of those packets of M&Ms. I didn't think about it. I just want something to just put in my system. Well, one time ain't so bad, right? Maybe not. But imagine me doing that 3 times a week, 4 times a week, and then over a course of a period of time. And now you can see, even with point 1, if we don't move more because we're tired, our fatigue, couple that with eating convenience foods, that's how unwanted body fat starts to pile on our bodies. But this is what helped me. Instead of making decisions, I had to remove the decision out of it. And this is where the system comes in place. Have a system in place where you're not making decisions. You're just operating like a high-level machine. I would have a bag of high-protein snacks. So I would have yogurt and granola. I would have protein bars. I would have jerky. So when the 3 a.m. blues came and the vending machine's talking to me, Isaac, come on, I know you want, when it's talking to me, I'm not making decisions. I'm like, nope, I got my bag of high-protein snacks. I'm gonna get something out of there, eat it, no decision, just boom. And that's way infinitely better than going to a 7-Eleven, to a quick trip, into the vending machine. Take the decision out of it. So if you can do that, remove the convenience foods from being your default, replace it with a system of having protein bars, jerky, whatever it is that is infinitely better in that vending machine, and you're already going to be on the right path. All right, the third thing is our sleep is not optimized. Now, you hear so many people talk about how we need to have blackout curtains. I myself talk about that. The room needs to be cool. I also talk about that as well. But what a lot of people don't talk about is your wind down routine before you go to sleep. Think about it. We prepare for most other activities. Before we go to the gym, taking a pre-workout, right? We're preparing for it. Before we lift weights, we're stretching, right? We're getting ready for the activity. Due to us working nights or a rotating shift, our brains, it's all over the place. So we don't have a normal circadian rhythm, a clock like the normal 9 to 5. So we have to let our brain know, hey, we need to get ready for sleep. So what I do at work, I wear blue light blockers. I make sure I cut off my caffeine. And when I get home, I'm already tying my do-rag, because me having my do-rag on lets me know that it's time for bed. And I put my eye mask on as well. And these are some of the things that I do to get my brain to already know, like, oh, it's about time for us to go to sleep. It's time for us to wind down, instead of me being on high alert like I'm still at shift. If you want to know more about my routine, I made a video. Check it out here and see what you can do to implement and put into your routine. Now, maybe you want to know exactly where you're dropping the ball at on your shift. Is it due to fatigue? Or maybe you have a problem with your nutrition choice. Whatever the issue may be, I put together a quiz that you can take to find out where you're dropping the ball at, but importantly, to find out the exact system that you can put into place to help you to be a high performer, even while at work on a crazy rotating schedule, including the night shift. The link is going to be in the description below. Let's recap what we talked about so far. We gain weight gradually due to us working nights, due to us working graveyard shift and rotating shifts. But a lot of times we don't understand this, because the first thing is fatigue becomes a lot of our crutch. We reason, I'm tired, so let me relax by scrolling on my phone, watching TV. But we know that the real antidote is not more rest, but whatever we want more of, we must use more of it. More energy, we have to use energy. The second thing is convenience foods becomes our default. At 3 a.m., 4 a.m., the only thing that's open is gas stations, bad decisions, and the vending machine. So in order to remove those poor decisions, we have a ready-to-go bag of high-protein meals, and that's our system, and we take the decisions out of play. And the last thing is we have a wind-down routine before we get home, because it signals to our brain that it's time for us to stop, rest, recover, because it's time for us to go to sleep now. So these are the things that if you start to implement, you're already going to know an increase in your mood, an increase in your cognitive function, because you're treating your body in a way that it wants to be treated. If you found value in this video, let me know by leaving me a thumbs up. And if you want to see again where you're dropping the ball at, make sure that you take the shift performance quiz in the description below. I see you guys in the next one.